Well, welcome to the Glenn Beck program. Kids of America, celebrate. Democrats have saved the day, avoided education cuts, and passed yet another bailout that we can't pay for, all for you, the little tykes. But don't worry, because there's more coming. This is great. George Soros, his think tank that runs the entire country now, the Center for American Progress, they have something called education transformation, doing what works in education reform. We have to watch what we're spending. I think we all agree on that, right? We all have to look at what we're spending. Here's what's in the report. Programs recommended for elimination. Programs recommended for elimination. Small niche programs. Low impact programs such as Academies for American History and Civics, which provide workshops on American history. That must go. And We the People. This little niche program is an earmark grant to the Center for Civic Education to instruct students on the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Oh, why would we need that niche program? And Excellence in Economic Education, which teaches financial literacy. Wow. So if we could just get rid of American history, the Constitution, and education on finance, we'd be fixed. What, do you have a problem with that? What? I mean, do I need to say more? It makes sense to me. Hello, America. Oh, what does he know on television? He doesn't smoke a pipe or wear a tweed suit. No. We're far smarter than he is. Yes, yes. Boy, I tell you, America, it is very, very interesting to me what I see happening in our country. And probably on Monday's show, there's something right now that is happening with some things that we're working on that will boggle your mind. I hope to be able to bring that to you on Monday. Oh, yes, we will talk about it on TV. Now, the first step to solving any kind of problem is, and I know this because I'm a recovering alcoholic. Hello, my name is Glenn. I'm an alcoholic. Keep working the program, Glenn. First thing you have to do, 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, we have to admit we're powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. When will Washington and the politicians stand up and greet our country with, hello, my name is Washington, I'm a politician, and I'm addicted to spending? That would be the day that monkeys fly out of my butt. It ain't gonna happen. Why? Because this isn't a problem for them. There was yet another bailout signed into law yesterday. This time, it was called the teacher bailout. Now, I'd give you the title of the bill, if it had one. I'm not making this up. Let me show you the actual title of this act. There it is, Section 1. This act may be called the blank act of blank. Well, who wouldn't vote for that? What, did the Office of Overtly Patriotic Bill Naming run out of happy, fluffy bill titles like the Affordable Jobs Act for American-loving Americans going back to work at their job and Sick Kids Too Act? Would have liked to vote for that one. Who doesn't love sick kids and want people to have jobs? So this bill doesn't even have a name, but it does have a price tag. $26.1 billion, passed by a 247 to 161 vote yesterday, and the president got out his little pen and signed it into law. $16 whole billion will go towards state Medicaid programs, and about $10 billion goes to education-related areas. Now, the Education Secretary, Arne Duncan, he called it a great vote for American children. You did. Arne, did you say that about the kids? You just love the kids. Oh, you little poodlekins. Love you, Arne. Now, are we the only ones in America that realize that all of this spending isn't really good for the children of America? Unless you think that doesn't make our children a slave. No, debt's great. It's for the kids. Here, kids, I wanted to leave you with a debt on my house. Well, thank you, Washington, for putting so much thought into our future generations and our kids. I can see you really, really care. Look at that. It's only $13 trillion. Oh, the kids are going to be so surprised when they grow up and have to start paying taxes, and we left them with that. What did you leave me, Daddy? Thank you, Arnie. Thank you, President Obama. Now, President Obama, this time not flanked by doctors, but he wants everybody to know he's there for the teachers. He was flanked by teachers, and he explained the need for this really important no-name bill.
But we can't stand by and do nothing while pink slips are given to the men and women who educate our children.
That's right.
Or keep our communities safe.
Yep, and there were teachers standing behind him. That must mean the bill is great, because teachers would never lie. Who can argue with that whole teacher thing? And I thought he made a very good point. We can't just stand by. We got to do something. Of course, that's not the first time he said, we got to do something. We can't just stand around. Watch.
For every day we wait and point fingers or drag our feet, more Americans will lose their jobs.
Oh, no.
More families will lose their savings.
Children?
More dreams
More
will
dreams.
be deferred and denied.
Crushed.
And our nation will sink deeper into a crisis that at some point we may not be able to reverse.
Hey, I'll never leave. It's like Hotel California. This isn't the first time that he said, we have to act without thinking. Don't think, just act, man. And it's also not the first time or the 8th time or the 10th time or the 50th time that he said, if we don't pass this bill, teachers will lose their jobs.
Not have to lay off firefighters and teachers and police. Avoid painful tax hikes or layoffs for our teachers, nurses, and first responders. School districts who are getting hammered are able to keep their teachers, and they'll be the jobs of firefighters and teachers and police officers. Firefighters and teachers and nurses and police officers that would otherwise be eliminated to stop teachers from being laid off and education programs from being cut.
Now, we could continue to do this all night, but I think you get the point. He said teachers have fired people, and police people are going to keep their jobs if we just pass it. But did you notice the date? Yeah, 2009. That was in another bill entirely. Gee, Arnie, is that like a story problem? How come the unions, who are bankrupting the system, they did it to General Motors, it was great. How come the unions don't ever have to do anything? You see, the unions make no concessions. No. They gambled, and at the end of the day, you lose. They gambled that the federal government would bail them out, and they've been right. And so American taxpayers, you, had to shell out another $26 billion when there's still at least $367 billion left in the stimulus money. Now, I went to a Catholic school for a few years, and then they moved me to the public school. You know, crowded classrooms, and the train kept rumbling by, and my desk, I'd sit in my desk, I can't even concentrate, teachers. So I don't know, but I'm thinking that maybe we could skip a few turtle tunnel projects in the stimulus and give it to teachers instead. I can hear them. Do you hear them? The liberal blogs right now. Glenn Beck basically wants to turn turtles and have them cross the roads and be crushed by cars. Yes, that's me. I am evil, aren't I? What do you think? Is $26 billion less than or more than $367 billion? Come on, Arnie. Get that snugglepuss over here and give us an answer. I think $367 billion is bigger. We could probably take the $26 billion out of the 367 because the 367, just the ones that we played here, you said, was it 6 or 7 times that it was going to save the teachers? So what do you say we use that money? Now, Harry Reid and Patty Murray led the charge on saving teachers who were going the way of dinosaurs. And this bill, out of the goodness of their humble heart, They saved the teachers.